Do you often feel inadequate despite your achievements? Do you find yourself constantly comparing yourself to others, especially in today's social media-driven world? Let's draw from ancient wisdom to overcome self-doubt and comparisons. I'm about to share a Zen story that will transform how you see yourself and your place in the world. This is the story of a wise monk and his troubled student. In a serene sanctuary, hidden away from the bustling towns, there stood an ancient temple, a ray of hope for those seeking peace and enlightenment. This tale, though ancient, holds timeless lessons that are incredibly relevant to our modern lives. Join me as we explore how these teachings can help us manage the pressures of today's world and find true self-worth. Among the many students who studies at this sacred place was Li, a young scholar. Despite his intelligence and numerous accomplishments, Li was tormented by a relentless inner voice that constantly compared him to others, diminishing his own worth in his eyes. This burden weighed heavily on his heart, shadowing even his brightest achievements with doubt and discontent. One day, driven by a desperate need for peace, Li approached his master. Standing before the wise monk, Li's voice trembled with vulnerability as he confessed, "Master, no matter how much I achieve, I always feel that others are better than me." Master, with a knowing smile, led Li to a quiet room in the temple. The room was bathed in the soft golden light that filtered through rice paper windows, casting gentle patterns on the smooth wooden floor. In the center, a modest wooden box sat on a low table, an object so simple yet holding an air of profound mystery. Master approached the table with deliberate steps, his robes whispering against the floor. With a graceful motion, he lifted the lid, and there it was. A rough, unpolished stone. He handed Li the stone. It was ordinary, seemingly insignificant. "Take this stone to the market," the master instructed, his voice both gentle and firm, "and see if anyone can recognize its true value." With a mixture of curiosity and skepticism, Li set out for the market. As he wandered between stalls, the stone garnered little more than a passing glance. The fruit sellers, the fabric merchants, even the local artisans all dismissed it as just another pebble. A few tossed him a coin or two, pitying his wasted efforts on such a plain rock. Disheartened but obedient, Li returned to the master. He reported the day's rejections, his shoulders heavy with defeat. The master listened, his eyes twinkling with an unspoken knowledge. "Now," he said, "take the stone to a jeweler." Li found the finest jeweler in the city, whose shop sparkled with the promise of hidden treasures. The jeweler, an old man with eyes like sharp sapphires, took the stone and examined it under his magnifying glass. His face lit up with recognition and awe. "This is no ordinary stone," he exclaimed. "It is a rare gem worth a fortune." With the stone now revealed as a precious jewel, Li hurried back to the temple. He recounted his discovery to the master, who smiled knowingly. "You see, Li," the master began, his voice filled with warmth, "most people in the market could not see the true value of the stone, just as many people cannot see the true value within themselves. Many see it merely as a stone until they truly understand what lies beneath its surface." He leaned closer, ensuring that Li was following every word. "You are much like this jewel. Unique in your thoughts and achievements, your worth is intrinsic and immutable. It's not determined by comparison or the fleeting judgments of others. Your worth does not depend on others' recognition, but on your inherent qualities and uniqueness." Master then added, "But there's more to this lesson, Li. Just as the jeweler revealed the gem's true value, so too can a great artisan bring out the best in a raw stone. This means we need to seek and learn from those who can guide us, help us polish our skills, and uncover our true potential. Your intrinsic value is immense, but finding the right guidance can help you shine even brighter." Li nodded slowly, the weight of constant comparison lifting from his shoulders. He realized that his journey was not about surpassing others, but about embracing his own path, his unique contributions that no one else could replicate. This was not a lesson in pride, but in peace, the peace that comes from recognizing one's intrinsic value. Master continued, "The world is vast and people's perceptions are varied. Like the merchants and the jeweler, what one may overlook, another will cherish immensely. Your task is not to convince others of your worth, but to recognize and nurture it within yourself. Find people who recognize your worth and value your time." As these words settled in Lee's mind, a profound sense of liberation enveloped him. He understood now that the only comparison that truly mattered was the one against his past self, striving each day to be better, kinder, and wiser. Lee carried with him a powerful lesson, one that resonates deeply in our lives today. Like Lee, many of us fall into the trap of comparing ourselves to others, letting these comparisons dictate our feelings of value and self-worth. In the age of social media, where the highlights of others' lives are constantly on display, it's easy to feel as though we don't measure up. In the workplace, there is constant pressure to measure success against colleagues like the young Lee felt in our story, which can create dissatisfaction. Similarly, in our personal relationships, comparing our lives to others' curated experiences can lead to dissatisfaction. Instead, we should embrace gratitude and celebrate our unique journey. Nowadays, entrepreneurs often emphasize personal development over external validation, a crucial lesson for anyone striving to succeed in business or personal ventures. There is also the growing advocacy for self-acceptance and mental well-being by celebrities, which echoes teachings of this story. Focusing on our inner worth can lead to greater peace and confidence. So whenever you are feeling lesser than anyone, remember the story of the unpolished stone. To the untrained eye, it seemed ordinary, yet in truth it was a rare gem of great value. Similarly, each of us possesses unique qualities that define our intrinsic worth, qualities that may not always be apparent to everyone. Constantly comparing yourself to others can erode self-esteem, create unnecessary stress, and distract from personal growth. It can also breed resentment, damaging relationships and creating a negative mindset. Focus on your journey and set personal goals that align with your passions and values. Celebrate your accomplishments, no matter how small they may seem. Cultivate a sense of gratitude to shift your focus from what you lack to what you have. Limit your exposure to social media and engage in activities that bring you joy and fulfillment. When you stop comparing yourself to others and embrace your own journey, you will experience increased confidence, improved mental health, stronger relationships, and greater joy. This story reminds us that we are all priceless jewels, each with our own unique value. This is the path to true peace and confidence. So embrace your unique qualities and stop seeking validation from those who cannot see your true value. Seek out mentors and experiences that help you uncover and polish your true value. If this story resonates with you, share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to our channel for more content that nurtures your mind and spirit.